Hey, what does it feel like being free, by the way?
Awesome. That's, oh man, it's like one of those things that you really don't know it's there unless you lost it. And when you did lose it, it's terrible, but when you get it back, it means the whole world to you, and you really start seeing what the whole world really is. Because when you hit rock bottom and you're nowhere, you got nowhere to go, you are in a cage. It's hard to explain, but it's awesome. It's being alive, being free. Hi, my name is Christian Smith. I live in Harrisburg, PA. I was just recently released from prison on a 3-year sentence, and I am back on my way to a good life and to changing and accepting God as my Savior and fulfilling my promises to Him and renewing my commitment in a new light. My life before Christ, it was hard. I struggled with everyday living. I really wasn't aware of what was going on in my life. I wasn't paying attention. I was also a kid. I didn't make right decisions. I messed up on the road and went down the wrong path. But then I got my life back together. And I'm doing good. When I met God and I met Jesus, it opened up my mind and gave me a conscience, but not a regular conscience from good or bad. It gave me a conscience on what to do next. Now I look back at my old life and I see my new life, and it's beautiful. About 2 years ago when I was in prison, I had a best friend that I had in prison. He was a really good person, and he took me to church. And I went to church and it changed my life, because God spoke to me in that church, and He said one thing to me. He said, "What do you want to do with your life?" And He asked me that, and I was thinking about that, because He put that in my heart a little bit. And I was thinking, why would He ask me, what do I want to do with my life? That's not how it's supposed to be. So then I thought to myself, God was giving me a message. He was telling, He didn't say, what do you want to do in that aspect? He says, why are you thinking about what you want to do? What is my plan for you? And I realized I was always worried about getting out of jail, and I was always on my mind because I really did not like prison. And when I look back on that question, I was at peace a little bit. Kind of my anxiety about leaving prison went down, coming up with parole, because it wasn't about what I wanted. It was about getting back on a trail that leads to God and doing what He wants and living my life through Him. And throughout my life, I've been in different places, in different bad places, and and I'm trying to change my life around, and I'm trying to go back to God. And this is a way that I can show my friends and family and show myself. If no one else is on this earth, at least I can show myself that I'm a changed man. And not only am I a man for myself, I'm not a man for myself, I'm a man for God. I would like to thank Mom and Dad. Mom's always been there for me for my whole life. So has Dad. I would like to thank Rob, my cellie in jail, because he really helped me. I would like to thank Karina. She used to call me in jail and keep my spirits up. And I would like to thank John King for helping me transition. Thank you. And he's helping me transition and getting accustomed into society, and I appreciate it a lot. But in all honesty, now that I look back on it, church's most important thing in life is going back to Jesus and going back to God. And McBig Church has really helped me with that, because it brought me back to a place of peace and a place that I can go to if I need support. And all the people there are just awesome people and believers of God. And I just thank them so much for helping me. Thank you.